seconds delayed. If you're just tuning in, welcome to this LinkedIn Live. It's the Meet the Speaker. I'm very excited and honored today to have Dr. Markus Schmotz with me today. He's one of our key speakers at the Lean Leader Summit. Markus, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and
a little bit about me.
Correct.
So thanks, Carsten, first for the invite and also for the chance to give you a little bit insight into me and this podcast here. So yeah, Dr. Markus Schmotz, you've said already, I'm a physicist. I think I'm an unusual physicist because I'm also good with people, right? Because physicists normally don't have that knack of being empathetic. They sit in their cave and do experiments. But I believe I'm relatively good working with people. I'm a self-employed trainer coach in the space of agile lean and leadership. Sometimes I do consultancy as well, but I prefer to help others grow. I'm a family man and I'm an avid tennis player. I think that's the personal side, right? It's always interesting. Do people first speak about their private life and then about business? But for me, it's like that. What do I stand for? So I see that the world that we live in right now is turning faster and faster and faster, and I believe that we are not ready for that, right? So we continue to give old answers to new questions, but we don't realize that the half decay time of the answers is getting faster and faster. And if we look into AI popping up last year, right? So if you asked me about innovation in March 23, I would have given you a totally different answer than in 24, right? Because ChatGPT and AI is up so fast.
Yeah,
so
true.
I wanna combine from my past the agile delivery or agile development and the lean delivery into a seamless, let's call it, operating system of a company, and really helping a company to build something sustainable, successful for the future. For instance, to answer a question like how can we drastically reduce the development time of a product, right, from years to maybe weeks, right? So what do we need for that? And in order to do so, that's a second topic I really work onto is in order to get to that point, our leaders need to have a mindset shift, right? So they need to be trained. They need to have more skills as well, right? So now it's important to have this mix of mindfulness, awareness, self-reflection, and assertiveness on the other hand side, and this entrepreneurship. So I think the leadership skills are different if you really want to live in a world that's highly complex and super fast. Yeah, and that's the offer I'm giving this world out there, to say let's combine agile lean into something bigger, and let's work with our leaders to clean the path towards that success.
Yeah. No, I think very, very interesting points, and I'm very, very glad you're joining our Lean Leader Summit in July in Munich, and give insights into kind of like your vast experience with your coaching and trainings there. If we look at you mentioned already kind of like the leaders and kind of like how to like work with leaders, but also the other way around as a leader, how to kind of like make it work. What's the main topic or main aspect kind of like of your talk? What will people kind of like learn or take away when they join your talk at the Lean Leader Summit?
I think first of all they will have a lot of fun, right? We'll actually play a game with everyone live. That's a big experiment. You never know what happens when you have, I don't know, 100, 200 people standing up and playing something, right? So it'll be a lot of fun. But on the other hand side, the talk is called Games Leaders Play, right? And I think we as leaders, we have two roles to play. So it's one hand side, we are in the team, we are part of the team, and the way we act, the mindset that we have shapes how the team interacts, right? So we play a role in the team. But at the same time, we also have, as the only person in the team or in the organization, we have access to the system itself. So we can change metrics, we can change rules, we can change the org structure. So we are the only ones that are able to tune the system from the outside. And by tuning the system, we also shape the culture of the organization or the team. And what I want to show in the talk is that we as leaders not only work in the team, with the team as the problem solver or as the team member, right? We also have to step out of the team and see the system from the outside and realize that we have the power to shape something where the team doesn't have access to. And developing a culture isn't something that happens by happenstance. It's not random, right? It's a conscious choice of us leaders to say, yes, we give the direction, we give the vision, we give ideas, but we also give the boundary conditions, like the rules of engagements, the metrics to measure against ourselves. And often teams can't do that themselves. And it's us to be aware of that. We have these two hats. We play two different games. We play in the system, and we play on the system, right?
No, I think it's perfect. I love it. I always like also like if I talk to like with my family or other in my advisories at work, it always is the outsider's perspective, the self-reflection of how do you operate and how do you kind of like some habits have formed or some things have just like in the daily grind just kind of like materialized, and then kind of like sometimes stepping out and kind of like getting that outsider's views is really helping in kind of like, oh no, I want to do it differently, or this is like where we might have a problem. So I think it's always worthwhile to do that, like other perspective, because that's where the learning really kicks in. It's something that like in the last year's conference, Sylvia Scherer talked about transformed people are transforming people. So it always is something where you need to kind of like look inside and kind of like change yourself to also be able to change others. And it looks like there's some connection there as well. And it's something where I always feel that those summits, conferences are a really good point to spark those changes and spark those transformations, because you get the outsider that shows you something. You get kind of like a lot of insights into like we also have like topics where it's about like how do I transform, and just from a more technical perspective, like how do I do a business transformation, a digital transformation. So but I think it's also very important. That's why I love that you're joining us this year. It's also about kind of like the people and the connection and self-reflection.
So I can clearly try to inspire everyone to take that leap. Huh?
Yes, that's why we have you, and that's also like we always get these raving reviews about kind of like those inspirations, and those people take away a lot from the mixture of like talk like yours, which are kind of like agile and more on like the transformation of like the person's perspective, but also kind of like some business and some IT and some other topics and lessons learned from practitioners. So it's
really
a
cool
good mixture. Yeah. Cool. How did you hear about us? What made you kind of like sparked your interest in joining the Lean Leader Summit?
You want an honest answer or a polished one for the link?
No, it's honest. I'm all honest.
I was really looking for conferences where I believe I could give an input, right? So I mean, starting your own business, no one knows you, right? So you need to have some stage to present yourself and some stage to also show what you're able to do. And I was Googling and was looking into what conferences are in like a couple of hours around me, where that sound interesting, that have a track record of speakers from the past that sounded interesting. And then I said, hey, Lean Leader Summit sounds cool. Let's apply. And then I didn't hear back from you for quite a while. And then all of a sudden I got this email from Nane saying, yeah, you are in. I said, wow, cool. Great. And now we're having this chat today. So that's really like finding the audiences where I believe I could give some inspiration and ideas for their journeys.
Yeah, great. I love it. And it's actually like the honest answer is the best answer. Like I'm a big proponent of honest and because that's where also the learning comes in and where people can like say, oh, this is like something where they can take away from for themselves as well. It's something where yes, you mentioned kind of like the submission. We do get like lots of submissions, to be honest, and sometimes it then takes us a while to kind of like sift through them. Plus, we also need to make sure some is also where we proactively look for some to kind of like cover areas. So it's Nan and I are enjoying kind of like the conference chairing here together and kind of like making it a good package. We're also trying to balance different backgrounds, different nationalities, genders, etc., different experiences, because we believe in diversity, inclusion, and really like the more backgrounds you have, the better is kind of like the end result, and the more learning can appear for everybody.
Absolutely.
And,
so if you haven't booked your tickets yet,
yes, go to. There's
come
also
join us.
leanleadersummit.com.
Right here.
Perfect. Yeah, we need to do some commercials here, but this was actually already some insights. There is just one final commercial. There is also like we put recordings of all our LinkedIn lives also on the Lean 42 Academy, because there are knowledge nuggets, I think, in all of them. And thank you, Markus, for sharing yours here with us today. It is something where we feel there is an obligation for providing more capacity in the digital transformation space and kind of like enabling more people. And there is so much work for all of us, and the better we share the knowledge and the more capacity we build all, the better is it for all of us. So that's kind of like why we are also in this and kind of like want to share and learn
in the space. Cool. Awesome.
Anything else from you to add, Markus?
Well, I'm really looking forward to Munich in July. Looking forward to the other Meet the Speakers, to see them as well, to prepare a little bit. And then I'm also looking forward to meeting all of the participants to inspire you and to play some games.
Awesome. We're looking forward to have you. Thank you so much for listening in today with us here. If you're interested in more of the speakers, you can also hit Markus up on LinkedIn, or put something in the comments here. We haven't had any comments while we were live, but that's okay. There's also the option to ask questions here. Plus, please also check. There's a couple of other speakers coming in a little or in a similar format as we did today. So short little banters with the speakers and the experts. So if you do have like questions already beforehand to one of the upcomings one, you can put that in the comment sections of those as well. So thank you so much. Thank you, Markus. Thank you for watching us, visiting us, and then see you all in July in Munich.
See you all there. See you on stage. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.